A question for Fabricio Werdum. You have victories over, of course, Fedor Emelianenko and Alistair Overeem. Do you consider yourself the favorite or one of the favorites in this tournament? Thank you.
No, I'm not the favorite. I'm just like the fight, my life. Now I'm just thinking my training is very important for me. My focus now in my training, my first fight. That's it. I'm just thinking my training is very important. I'm in good condition, very good. My body, my mind. I'm fight 100%, no problem.
I'd like to know what to change it once you're gonna fight another Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Also, if you underestimate Fabricio in your last fight.
I haven't changed anything in my camp, in my training. I train the same way as I used to do before that. No, it's not the lack of estimation, it just happened so.
This fight is very important for me, very important for my life. And Fedor is the best in the world. He's a legend on MMA. And I'm very happy. And all the guys say, Fedor is gonna win, Fedor is knockout Silva. I was not in my house, eat pizza, watch movie, and drink soda. I'm training too hard, and I'm gonna prove this Saturday night. I stand on, who's ever in front of me, man. After, it's the same. I'm a fighter just like everybody else. You make it to the second round, your focus is on your next opponent. So it is what it is, man. I'm here to fight hard, just like everybody else.
Any of you eight feel like you are the favorite and you deserve to be considered that?
That's for anybody. Yeah, it's a question that can be answered by anyone.
Do you think you deserve to be considered the favorite? I mean, is that your expectation? I assume you all expect to win, but sitting up here looking at your opponents, any of you feel like you're the guy to win?
There's no reason for it. From our perspective, speculation. I can speak over my. Speculation is for you guys. Speculation is not for us. We don't speculate. You know, our ranking, our understanding, our place will be shown by action. So for us to say we're the favorite or not the favorite, it's all bullshit. It doesn't matter. You're the favorite when you've won. You're the loser when you've lost. So you guys pick a favorite, you rank us, you put you create the lines, put the money down, and let us fuck each other up. How about that? Or, actually, me and Fedor are gonna thumb wrestle instead. So I hope that's not disappointing.
As you know, we're trying to lock that venue in Japan. That has not been locked in yet, so hopefully we'll have something soon to announce, but right now we don't have anything to announce.
How many times have you viewed the Fedor fight?
Maybe it's not joking, guys. It's 1,000, maybe. No, it's serious. Not joking. I watched it. It's very. I watched it all the time. I watch. Maybe I stay in my home. I watch put the internet. I watch because I like it. It's good for me. It's not joking. It's serious. You say 1,000, maybe. I don't know, or more, maybe more. I'm confident in all my fights because I have a good camp. My camp is, my opinion, is the best camp in the world. I'm training King's MMA with Rafael Cordeiro. Yeah, I'm confident in the fight. I'm just training a lot, training for a bit over and again. It's not joking, over.
Overeem? What is your response to Fabricio Werdum? He calls you my son, and yesterday he called you his bitch.
No, this is joking. This is joking.
I believe it. It's like this. Let him hype himself up. I'm really looking forward to this revenge match. He's very confident. He came very confident from the Fedor fight, but so am I. This came coming from the K1 championship. So it's going to be a great fight, and I'm sure you will not be disappointed.
Fedor, you are 34 years old and you're participated in 34 fights already. How long are you going to be in sport and how many fights you plan to have? To tell the truth, yes, I do feel my age. And it's more and more I start thinking about retiring, but I would like to fight as long as it is possible, and definitely I will finish this contract.
To me, it really doesn't matter. If I was to come out victorious against Andrei Arlovski and going to the second round, I can fight either Brett Rogers or Josh Barnett. Obviously, whoever the winner of that fight is. Even so, I'm ready for any turn of events. However,
it doesn't really matter to me. I don't care what people think. I don't care where they rank me. I don't care about belts or titles or any of that crap. The only thing you can do is murder people. You do that, you get everything you want. That's our job. Our job is not to be, the apple of anybody's eye. Our job is not to be someone's, favorite dog and pony show so that they can trump them about all around the world. That's just things that come with adulation and interest in entertainment or sports in general. If you're the favorite, that presents one, whole path that you're going to go down. Well, if you lose, and then that whole deal, people expect this out of you and such. And then if you're not the favorite, then it's like, you could have the I've got nothing to lose attitude. Either way, it's a story, just from a different angle. And as long as you guys are entertained, then I guess it's doing its job.
I'm definitely the underdog for this fight against Sergei Kharitonov because I lost 3 of my fights and I'm cool with it. So, Josh, absolutely right. You have to one step at a time and focus on my fight against Sergei and Sergei, and we'll see what's happening after.
8 of you are sitting, you must be looking at one another, realizing you're going to be a part of something very big this year.
Well, when I look at them, I think, what a fine group of young men here. Very upstanding, quite attractive, well-dressed. I should think that when they get up in the morning, they have to take a little extra time in the mirror to admire that which has been created for this world. He snickered, yes. That's a half smile. It's like a full smile from someone else. Everybody's going to view this differently. Everyone's going to filter it through their own lens. For sure, this is going to be significant. I think that it's the greatest collection of heavyweights, as everybody has said, but it's not just a paper thing, because everybody has walked the walk before. Most of the guys coming in here own titles of some sort. Sergei, a lot of you are talking about titles like UFC or Strikeforce or Pride and such, but Sergei has titles from 32-man tournaments in Russia. I mean, that's a pretty impressive accomplishment in my book, just because we might not be known of such a accomplishment doesn't diminish it. So everybody in here is tough as nails. And I think that when, there is a lot of factors that are going to play into this, if injuries come about or anything like that. But if this tournament comes through as expected and planned, this is going to be a total earthshaker in the world of MMA, which is predominantly seen through only one lens for most of the public. And after this, there's no way that you can view it any other way. That the importance of the heavyweights that fought here in this tournament. The biggest thing, I think, from my perspective, is going to be how you, the media, perceive it, and whether you're going to take the onus to look at it subjectively, or is there still going to be a bias?
What do you mean by subjectively and
Well,
biased?
if it's a constant 3-letter,
Comparison?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if everyone's just going to say, well, if it's not the UFC, then it's not as good, then you're really sort of shitting on all that we're doing here. So I just want everybody to look at it from a completely objective and subjective, standpoint, for what it is, for what we bring to the table, for what we're going to accomplish, and You know, it doesn't matter where, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter where we fight, where these things get put together. I'm glad to be here in Strikeforce, and I think it's a great organization, but it's about the fighters themselves. You know, we have to become the champions. We're the ones that go out there and train. We're the ones that you know, bleed and break our bones in the ring, and our accomplishments will shine regardless of what cage or ring or back alley or whatever it takes to accomplish what it is to go out there and be a fighter.
Oh, I always take one thing at a time, and that was a couple of years ago, the Strikeforce title, then K1 title, then the Dream title, and this is my next goal. This is it. You have here the 7 best fighters in the world. Undoubtedly, the winner of this tournament is going to be the #1 on the planet.
We're based, originally, we started as a small regional promotion out of San Jose, California. And although it's been a long time here, I've seen the same steps that we're taking in California, we're also being taken here. And it's taking a little longer here than it did in California, but California, for the longest time, it was next year, and then next year, and next year. And really, the very first fight I did was Frank Shamrock versus Cesar Gracie. And people, even the media at that time, would come up to me and say, you know, why are you doing this? You know, you've had some great shows and kickboxing at the time and martial arts, and why would you want to promote just cage fighting? People are gonna, you know, get hurt in the cage, and it was just a lack of understanding, right? And I think that as the understanding becomes clearer, and as great shows continue to happen, not just us, in other leagues as well. I mean, this is a sport, and the sport is mixed martial arts. It's not any one league. This is a great tournament, and we have a great event coming up Saturday, but you know, the sport of mixed martial arts has to be accepted. And so I think it's just going to be a process of education through the community and through the legislation, and hopefully that will, you know, it might take another year or two, Eddie, but I think eventually it will get there. I think it's inevitable that it will get there. But you know, the one thing that that the confusion in their mind was because they didn't understand mixed martial arts. And one of the ways I could explain it really clear to these guys was, look, when you have boxing, wrestling, and you have martial arts, and they got all that, but the part they didn't get was a submission fight, right? But then I said, look at the, you know, we have a big Olympic judo contingency in the Bay Area, and I said, look at Mike Swain. You know, in Olympics, you can do choking, you can do submissions, you can do, so if you frame it up for the general public to understand, then I think that as it becomes a little clearer, it'll be easier and easier for everybody to accept here on the East Coast.
Yes, I did watch the fights of Antonio Silva, and also I watched his fight with Werdum, Fabricio Werdum.
Any thoughts on those fights?
Well, I did make some conclusions for myself. After the fight.
My position is we're growing the sport, right? They have a great league, they're doing their part. We have a better heavyweight division than any other martial arts league in the world. And it's very clear to me when you see these guys up here that that is truly the case. But they're doing a good job promoting their league. We're going to do a great job promoting our league. So why can't there be 2 leagues? And that's my position. And I've always felt, in fact, in Ariel's interview, I said, look, I don't have to hurt their business to grow my business. You know, and so that's been my philosophy. I don't wake up and worry about what's going on the other side of the fence. I have enough work to do here that I'm only going to worry about what's on my side of the fence.
We look forward to seeing you Saturday, the Eyes Out Center, the first stage of the Strikeforce Heavyweight World Grand Prix. Fighters are available for one-on-ones, and we thank you very much once again.